play all, because that is what we all love to see and watch, as we will be taking on the last game here in the Chicago White Sox series. So we won the first 2 games, lost 7-10. However, before this series, I am going to make one move. See Matt Holliday here. I am going to release Matt Holliday. So hopefully he's claimed off waivers, but I am going to release Matt Holliday. And I will be calling up someone off the bench. I mean, off the minor leagues. Or should I maybe go and sign someone? Cole Gillespie. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna call up someone, and then I'm gonna go out, and since I do have the extra spot for the position, I am gonna go and call up someone. I'm gonna go and sign someone. So we will call up Ryan Lamare, who has played for Cincinnati, Boston, and Oakland in the majors. He probably was in an organization with another team. Has never hit a home run nor an RBI. He has decent power, decent contact. His career batting average has been .54. As he struggled so far over his career, but hopefully he can slide in and take a good bench role there, eh? Yeah. Obviously rotation and all is going to stay the same, and we are going to go out and sign. Do I want to sign Michael Yona? Probably actually was. He actually has been. Or should I sign Aaron Blair? Kyle Kendrick. Now I want a young pitcher. I want to go out and sign a young starting pitcher. Shilton's Chris Rodriguez. I'll sign just to add some depth to our pen. Rodriguez it is. So Lance Lynn will be taking on Carlos Rondon in today's matchup. The 2 p.m. game here in Target Field. Lance Lynn is 0-2 with a 5.40 ERA. Carlos Rondon is 1-for-1 with a 4.96 ERA. So it should be a pretty evenly matched. As yet, we will give Brian Dozier a rest, as we will start Brandon Phillips. We'll bat him. I gotta redo this lineup then now. Or not the full lineup, we'll do. Byron Buxton needs some rest. Rondon's a lefty, yeah, so we'll put in... let's put in Lemaire. Let's give Lemaire the start of center field. There. He can actually not be the leadoff man. We'll give Joe Mauer the leadoff spot. Brandon Phillips 2, Rosario 3. Actually, if it's a lefty, I want Miguelson 3. Wilson Ramos 4. Then and then we can go Arcia 5, Rosario 6, Lemaire, Morrison, Polanco, and then Lemaire. Yep. So Lemaire making his Twins debut. He just got signed today. He will be starting as well. So that is good. For the Twins. Let's see, Royals 10-6. So the Royals are now, actually, they are in first, but it is a tie for first. The 10-6 Royals, 9-5 Twins. So when we play the Royals, it's gonna have to be. We probably are gonna have to win 2 of the 3 games or 4 games, whatever it is. So Tim Anderson will be leading off here on Jackie Robinson Day, as Anderson will fly this one out to the center fielder in Lemaire. Right. Yeah, Lamar. Alright. For the first pass. Now the 1-1 count to... Who actually is this? Avisel Garcia. As he'll get this down. No, he won't. As the shortstop, Jorge Polanco, gets rid of a base hit for Avisel Garcia. That'll be his second out of the day, as Jose Reynaldo, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. He's 2 for 9 this series with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. Now the 1-1 count from Lynn to Abreu. The curveball will go for a ball. 2-1 count now to Garcia. Lynn with the pitch. The cutter's in there for a strike. Now a 2-2 count. As Lynn now with the pitch, as the fastball will go for a ball. 3-2 count. Lance Lynn has struggled this year after performing pretty good with Atlanta this year. What a strikeout for Lance Lynn. Fastball at the knees gets Abreu to strike out looking. As now up is Carlos Rondon. He has 3 starts with a 1-1 record, 4.96 ERA. As Joe Mauer is the leadoff man here for Minnesota. Now the 1-1 count to Mauer. He will check the swing on the slider, but either way, it's still in the zone. Actually, I don't even know if he checked the swing. He went all the way, so it's still a 1-2. It's now a 1-2 count on Joe Mauer, as Mauer will swing at a pitch in the dirt, completely missed. So that will be a strikeout for Rondon. Now up is Brandon Phillips batting .500, working a 3-1 count on Carlos Rondon here. As Phillips will get under this one and will pop this one up to Jose Abreu, who does make the play under it for the second out. Then now up is Eddie Rosario? No. Who is up? Oh, Miguel Sano is batting third. Alright, so Miguel Sano is up, working against Rondon as he will check the swing on the slider. He won't go all the way around, but either way, it was still a strike. So Rondon now with 2 strikeouts. This is Davidson now working a 1-2 count on Lynn to start off the top second here. Lynn with the pitch, the fastball fouled off by Davidson to keep the count at 1-2. Lynn now with the pitch. Davidson will strike out looking. Lynn gets the curveball in there for his second strikeout of the day. Jan Moncada now up. 1 home run, 3 RBIs on the year for Jan Moncada, I do believe. Slow start as he will foul this one off. Yeah, he's batting .239 with 1 home run, 3 RBIs. So Moncada off to a slow start here for Chicago. The 1-2 count now to Moncada after a foul off, as he will foul off the fastball once again to keep the count 1-2. Boy, for Chicago, the keys to the game for Chicago here is to work down Lance Lynn. Force him to put in an early pitcher in about the 4th to 5th inning, as Lynn gets his 3rd strikeout of the game, his 3rd straight as well. Their bullpen, we take a look at who their bullpen is. Actually, it surprisingly is well rested, but they have to be able to work down Lance Lynn, or maybe even light him up, because Kyle Gibson does not have a lot of energy after yesterday's game, the 10-7 loss, as Lynn will get this through the gap. Lemaire cannot get there, as he will toss it into the check down man, and then it will be thrown over to third base Miguel Sano. So the first hit of the game goes to Nicky Delmonico with the double. 2 outs now, 0-2 count to, who's this? Omar Naves, the catcher. Alright, so Castillo getting a day's break. This will be hit to the left field in Eddie Rosario, who makes the play. As now we head bottom second, and the leadoff man for the Twins, Wilson Ramos, is in. He's batting .436, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. He's also 6 for 8 in the series with a home run, 2 RBIs, I do believe. Yeah. Now the 3-1 count to Ramos. Definitely does have the power to go deep against lefties, as Ramos sends this one deep, but it won't be deep enough as a center fielder in Trace Thompson, I want to say. No, Engel. So obviously at the lineups are actually very different, as Oswaldo Arcia is a 4 home runs, 6 RBIs. He's batting 3 for 9 with a home run, a triple, and 3 RBIs so far in the series. So Oswaldo Arcia. Obviously he homers against righties normally, but he does have some powers against lefties, as he swings and misses on the slider. Probably should have taken it for a ball, but it doesn't matter. Now the 1-2 count to Arcia, as he will take the fastball, and there actually has to move out of the way so he doesn't hit him. 2-2 count now to Arcia after the ball. The pitch from Rondon. Arcia will get a hold of this, and Arcia with his 5th bomb of the season, all the way out to, I believe, second deck right field. What a home run for Oswaldo Arcia. to break the scoreless tie and make this a 1-0 game. His 5th home run, 7 RBIs on the year for Arcia in his 2nd term with the Twins. Obviously, he spent the first 3 years of his career last year, was a free agent last season, comes in now, and has already hit 5 home runs in basically the first 3 weeks as Arcia with an absolute moonshot to right field. It goes onto the patio. It doesn't even go bleachers, it goes into the patio. That will bring up Eddie Rosario working a 1-2 count, as he will take the slider there for a ball to make this a 1-2 count. My oh my, what an absolute bomb for Oswaldo Arcia. Now the 1-2 count from Rondon to Rosario as he gets a hold of this one to left field, but it will be caught by the left fielder Nicky Delmonico. They'll bring up Logan Morrison, who's working 1 home run, 1 RBI, also batting .77, 0.77. So Logan Morrison doesn't have a lot of powers against lefties. He does basically all of his hitting against righties, but he does get a hold of this one deep, as it will be gone. So Logan Morrison with his 2nd home run of the year, 2nd RBI as well, another solo shot for the 20s. As they take a 2-0 lead, which will now work a full count for Jorge Polanco, the shortstop here. As Polanco will get on base with a single, so Rondon struggles continue here. He can't get out of the inning, as that will bring up the new free agent signing in Ryan Lemare, playing in his 1st game with the Twins. He spent time with Cincinnati, Oakland, and St. Louis, I want to say. As it is a 2-1 count, not a ton of power. He's an okay, as he won't get this down for a hit. A good play by the right fielder in Avisail Garcia. Now top 3, the White Sox are down 2-0 with Leroy Garcia leading off here in the top of the 3rd inning. The 2-1 count. Lynn will throw the fastball there for a ball to make this a 3-1 count. As then now the pitch. This will be hit deep. Leroy Garcia will take Lance Lynn yard to make this a 2-1 game. So that will now bring up Adam Engel, the 2nd baseman, I do believe, right? Or what is? Oh no, he's center field. As the fastball there by Lynn is a ball right after the homer from Garcia. Now the 2-1 count. Engel hits it to the right fielder in Max Kepler, right? That is Kepler? No. Oswaldo Arcia. Kepler's not playing, right? Wait, is Kepler playing? Why can't I remember? Arcia, Rosario, and Lemare, right? Kepler needs a break. Thanks. Now the 1-1 count. As that fastball gets in there for a strike to make this a 2-1 count. Or 1-2 count, I should say. Anderson will hit a grounder to the 2nd baseman, Brandon Phillips, for the 2nd out of the 3rd inning. Avisail Garcia now checks in, working a 1-1 count on Lancey Lynn, as he will swing and miss on the fastball there to make this a 1-2 count. Lance Lynn now comes at him with the 2-seam that Garcia will foul off to keep the count at 1-2. Lynn now with the fastball, that goes for a ball to make this a 2-2 count as well. Lynn now with the cutter, it will get down for a base hit. Rosario will field it in, throw it to the checkoff man, who will then throw it over to Brandon Phillips. So Garcia with the single, which will now bring up Jose Abreu, very powerful hitter. Now hasn't really shown it this year. As now the 2-1 count. Abreu will foul this one off to make this count 2-2. Lynn now with the cutter. Abreu will ground it out to Miguel Sano, who will throw him out at first base. However, the Garcia solo shot cuts the Twins' lead down to only 1. 2-1, bottom 3, with Joe Mauer leading off for Minnesota. The number 1 hole hitter will foul off the fastball there to keep the count at 1-2. Was late on it. Okay, contact got a little bit underneath that there. So now still the 1-2 count as Maurer will get this down for a base hit as Engel throws it in to Moncada. As Brandon Phillips now 0 for 1 with the pop out in the first, he comes up working a full count on Carlos Rondon with Joe Maurer at first base. As Phillips now gets underneath that one as well, and it doesn't look like it does drop, as it will be a force out on Joe Maurer, as he didn't expect that one to drop. As then that will now bring up Miguel Sano, who's rocking 5 bombs, 11 RBIs so far this year, working a 2-1 count on Rondon as well, with Phillips at first base. Doesn't have the speed he used to. As Sano sends this one deep to right center field, and that will be Sano's 6th bomb of the year. Miguel Sano makes this a 4-1 game with the 2-run shot. And Miguel Sano and Brian Dozier have just been an amazing power hitting duo, along with Oswaldo Arcia. As could we potentially see 3 twins in the home run derby? Now the 1-1 count to Wilson Ramos. As Ramos will get this one down for a base hit. And Ramos with a single, which will now bring up Oswaldo Arcia, who obviously hit a solo home run in the second. He is working a 1-1 count. So could even potentially go deep on Carlos Rondon again. The 1-2 pitch, as he will swing and miss on the changeup there, makes this a 1-2 count. He hit his home run on an 0-2 count last time, but now 1-2. As he will hold off. The third base ump says he doesn't go, as the changeup at his knees will go for a ball to make this count 2-2 for Oswaldo Arcia. As Arcia sends this one deep to right field again, and that's gone. Arcia with the 2-run shot to basically the same exact spot as last time, 430 feet for Arcia, his 6th home run of the year, as he now has as many as Miguel Sano and potentially Brian Dozier. I can't remember if Dozier has 6 or 7. Actually, I will find out right now. He does, as coming up at the dish is Eddie Rosario, who does have 5 bombs as well. My oh my. How many bombs does Brian Dozier has? Dozier does have 7, so he does lead the team, but Arcia and Miguel Sano catching up, as Rosario will hit this one to Moncada for the second out of the inning. I'll now bring up Logan Morrison, who will hit a solo shot in the second with 2 home runs and 2 RBIs on the year. He can't really hit against lefties either, but he did hit a moonshot bomb, as that changeup will go for a ball, 2-1 count to Logan Morrison now. Rondon with the pitch, as Morrison will not get this down for a base hit. However, the Twins do take a 6-1 lead after bombs by Sano, after 2-run bombs by Sano and Oswaldo Arcia. As Lance Lynn comes back in top 4 with Matt Davidson leading off for Chicago. The 2-2 count. Lynn with the pitch, the fastball is at his elbows basically, and make this a 3-2 count on Davidson, as the cutter there is fouled off by Davidson to keep the count at 3-2. Basically is going to be swinging at everything except for like a clear ball, as Davidson will get this one down for a double. Yes, he will, potentially even more, as Lemare will throw it in and Davidson will stay at 2. So leadoff double for Chicago in hopes to make a comeback against Minnesota here, as Moncada now in 0-4 with the strikeout in the second. He is working a 3-1 count on Lance Lynn, as he will swing and miss on the fastball there to make this a full count. Last full count was obviously Davidson, as he hit a double, as this will be hit to Eddie Rosario, who will make the play under it and will throw it to Lance Lynn? Yeah. So Nicky Delmonico up, he hit a double in the second, working a 1-2 count on Lance Lynn, as it will be hit deep to Buxton, or not, what the fuck was I saying? That's Oswaldo Arcia, who would throw it in to Polanco, who would then throw it over to Sano. However, Davidson will hold off at second base. Now the 1-1 count to Nevarez, right? Yep, Narvaez, as he will pop this one up, and it will be caught by Wilson Ramos for the final out. So Lance Lynn gets out of trouble. Obviously, the leadoff double by Davidson, as he gets out of trouble, to now bring up Jorge Polanco, who is working 1-1 count. He does have 1 home run and 8 RBIs, batting .255 so far this year. As the pitch now from Rondon to Polanco, he will fall off the fastball there for it would have been a ball, but he fouls it off to make it a strike. The 1-2 count now, as this will go down. A good play to stop the ball by Rondon, but he probably would have been better off leaving it, as Polanco will get on base, which will now bring up Ryan Lemare, who lined out in the second inning, almost got a base hit, but what was a good play there, as he's up for another time. Now the 2-1 count, as Lemare will hit this one down the third baseline foul. He was a little bit early on it, and probably a little bit underneath it as well, as the 2-2 count now. From Rondon to Lemare, as he will send this one deep, and it won't be gone, as it will be a ground rule double, as Lemare, does he get the runner in? No, he doesn't, but a ground rule double for Lemare, which will bring up now Joe Mauer, working a 1-1 count, man on third and second, as Joe Mauer will get this down for a single, but that will be a 2 RBI single for Mauer, as the Twins take an 8-1 lead, as that might be the end of Carlos Rondon's day. Nope, Brandon Phillips now up, working a 3-0 count on Rondon. Is it possible for you to I can't see the opponent's bullpen just yet. Now the 3-0 count to Phillips, as he will hit this one to the second shortstop, Tim Anderson, for an out. Probably should not have swung and took in the walk. Oh well, which will now bring up Miguel Sano, who hit a 2-run home run in the second inning, working a 2-2 count on Carlos. Oh, Rondon is not even in. It's Miguel Gonzalez who's in. This is the 2-2 count on Gonzalez, as Miguel Sano will get robbed of a base hit. Good play there by Tim Anderson to get it, as that will now bring up Wilson Ramos, the power hitting catcher, although he does only have 1 bomb so far this year, working a 1-1 count on Gonzalez. How is he against righties? He doesn't have as much power as he does against lefties, but still, could pretend. I think he went deep against a righty, so he can go deep against righties, as he swings and misses on the slider there. As that will now make the count 1-2. As Ramos will, I think he meant to check the swing, but it does go off of his bat, as that will be the final out of the inning, as Leroy Garcia now hit a solo home run in the first. Back up here working against Lance Lynn. 0-2 count to Garcia. So cutter will just go for a ball there, missing the bottom right corner. As the curveball there goes high right, just missing the corner as well. So now a 2-2 count to Garcia, as he will foul off the 2-seam fastball there to keep the count at 2-2. Still working Lance Lynn. Now the curveball there will be fouled off by Garcia. Lance Lynn at 64 pitches so far, so could be nearing the end of his day, as the fastball there will not be caught by Mauer, or stopped I should say, diving Mauer, as Garcia will have a leadoff single there, which will now bring up Adam Engel, who's 0-for-1 as he flew out in the third, bringing up a 1-1 count now on Lance Lynn, as he will swing and miss on the fastball there to make this a 1-2 count for the Twins, as this will be, fouled off, 1-2 count still on Engel, as the cutter there will be swung on and missed by Engel for the first out of the inning. Garcia will remain on first base. There's Tim Anderson now up. Working a full count on Tim Anderson as the curveball will be hit deep by Tim Anderson. Still going is Rosario. At the warning track, Rosario makes the grab as, what's his name? Garcia will be forced back to first base. As now up is Avisale. Garcia working the 1-1 count as Lynn will throw a fastball for a ball, 2-1 count. Now from Lynn to Garcia. This will be hit for a base hit, and the runners will stay on first and second there with 2 outs, as that will bring up power hitting first baseman Jose Abreu, who has an 0-2 who is 0-2 on the day, working a 1-1 count now. As Abreu sends this one deep, but right to our right fielder in Oswaldo Arcia for the final out. So Arcia with 2 home runs so far, 3 RBIs and 2 runs, working a 3-0 count on Gonzalez. He is a righty, so Arcia does have tons of power against him. Working a 3-0 count. As Arcia sends this one deep again, his 3rd home run of the game, to the exact same spot as the other 2, 444 feet for Oswaldo Arcia. And what a game he is having. An absolute monster hitter. That will now bring up Eddie Rosario, who is 0-2 so far today. Working a 1-1 count on Gonzalez. 9-1 lead now for the Twins, as Rosario won't be able to get this down for a base hit if he does not beat out. Yes, he does not. So I'll now bring up Logan Morrison, who's an excellent hitter against the righties, and he did homer against a lefty for his 2nd home run of the year, 2 RBIs. Obviously, 1-2 count, as Morrison will foul this one off. As Machado's most likely gone off Baltimore, as Logan Morrison will take the fastball there. Two count now to Logan Morrison. As Morrison will get this down for a base hit. So Morrison gets on base with 1 out, as I'll now bring up Jorge Polanco, who's 2-2 with 2 singles as well, working a 1-1 count on Gonzalez. As the pitch from Gonzalez, Polanco takes it for a ball to make this a 2-1 count. Now the pitch from Gonzalez, once again working, obviously 2-1 count. Polanco won't be able to get this down, and they will be able to turn 2 to end the inning, but Arcia with the solo shot makes this a 9-1 game. Right, we only got 1 run that inning. Yep, Arcia with the 1-run shot gives the Twins a 9-1 lead over Chicago, as Lynn's still going strong. The fastball's in there for a strike to make this a 1-2 count. As the cutter there gets Davidson to swing and miss for Lynn's 5th strikeout of the game. Jan Moncada now in. Working a 1-2 count on Lynn, as that will be hit to Polanco, who will get the out for the 2nd out of the inning. Nicky Delmonico up, obviously 1-2 as he doubled in the 2nd inning. Lance Lynn is getting tired, but with the big lead, could we see another complete game, as that will get down for a base hit, maybe even more, into the left field gap, thrown in by Rosario. That will be another double from Nicky Delmonico. And that will now bring in Omar Neves at the plate, working a 1-1 count on Lynn. This will be another base hit, as going home is Delmonico, as it will be safe. So the White Sox cut the lead down to 7 now, after the RBI single. 2-2 count now from Lynn to Garcia. Lira Garcia, as he will foul this one to the left field seats there. As now warming up in the bullpen is Zach Duke and Taylor Rogers here for the Twins, working a 2-2 count on Garcia as he will ground this one out. Will they be able to make the play at first? Yes, they will. So the White Sox do get a run as Ryan LeMaire is up. He got a double and a run as well his first time up, having a solid debut with the Twins so far. Should honestly be 2 for 2, but a nice play by the right fielder by Garcia as LeMaire sends this one deep to center field, but it will be caught by Engel, just missing warning track, to be honest. As Joe Mauer now up 2 for 3, I do believe, right? Yeah, 2 for 3 with no home runs, 4 RBIs. Probably isn't going to go deep at all, but who knows, as Mauer now will get this down for a single. Joe Mauer, as that will bring up now Eddie Rosario, no, Brandon Phillips, who's 0 for 3 so far today, working a 2-1 count on Gonzalez. Now the pitch from Gonzalez to Phillips. He won't get this down for a base hit as it is caught by Garcia. As now coming up at the plate is Miguel Sano, who does have a solo shot so far today. 1 home run, 1 and 3 so far today. 6 home runs, 13 RBIs with Joe Mauer at the dish. 2-2 count to Sano. As Sano will hit it as they will get the final out as Moncada flips it back to second base as Lance Lynn will still remain in the game, working against Adam Engel. 1-1 count to Engel from Lynn, as that it'll be a tough play, and Engel with all the speed in the world is safe. So a base hit for Engel, which will bring up Tim Anderson, who's 0 for 3 so far today, working a 1-1 count so far on Anderson. The pitch, the fastball's in there for a strike. He has tons of speed, but he can't really steal Engel, as Tim Anderson will hit this one deep, as it does look like it's going to be caught by Rosario. Yes, it will, as they will throw it back in to second base. Now the 2-2 count to Garcia. Hang on, I want to turn on the TV quick because there's Machado rumors swirling around right now that the Orioles have a deal in place right now, and it might be with a new front runner too. Hopefully it's with New York. I just hope that Cashman didn't go up too much, as the Twins look to turn 2. They get 1 and they get 2, so the Twins with a double play to end the 7th inning. Alright. Now Wilson Ramos up, working a 3-2 count on Gonzalez. As Ramos will get this down for another single. Wilson Ramos has probably been the best Twins at getting on base, honestly. Which will now bring up Oswaldo Arcia, who's having potentially the best game of his life. 7 home runs, 10 RBIs so far. Now the 1-1 count against Gonzalez. Could he potentially hit his 4th bomb of the year? As it doesn't look like it's going to go for his 4th bomb, and it won't. So Arcia with his first out of the game. 3 bombs at 3 plate appearances. He's now 3 for 4. Rosario up, working a 1-1 count on Gonzalez. Rosario does have some power against righties. I do think as Rosario will get this one deep. Will it go though? It does not look like it, as it will be caught by Nicky Delmonico, who will toss it into Moncada. As Logan Morrison now working 3-1 count on Gonzalez, definitely has the power to go deep against righties. As the pitch from Gonzalez, right? Yep, the pitch from Gonzalez Morrison will get a hold of this one, but hits it foul. Probably would have been gone if he got it on time. He was late on that ball. 3-2 count now to Logan Morrison. As the pitch, the curveball is fouled off by Logan to keep the count 3-2. The pitch from Gonzalez, as Morrison will get this down for a base hit to keep it alive, as that will bring up at the plate Jorge Polanco, who has been able to get on base so far today. I believe he's 3 for 3. No, he's 2 for 3 with 1 home run, 8 RBIs. So another RBI chance here for Jorge Polanco. As Polanco gets a hold of this one and will go down for a base hit, as Wilson Ramos is attempting to go home, and Ramos will be safe at the plate as the Twins extend their lead by 8, 10-2. As Ryan Lamare will be up at the plate now. 1-1 count to Lamare, as he will not be able to get this down for a base hit, as the White Sox will get the final out of the 7th inning. So Lynn will remain in top 8, working against Jose Abreu here, as it's now a 2-1 count. As now a 3-1 count to Jose Abreu. Now I didn't see the ending of the home run derby, so let me watch it on TV quick. Holy shit. Alright. Three to 2 count now to Jose Abreu. Could it be another ending play? Yes, it will. Phillips catches it. Oh, shit. I do gotta go after this game. Just give me one moment. I do gotta go after this game, and then there will be more streams. There will be another stream today later on, as the fastball will get... No, Matt Davidson. 2-1 count. Davidson will foul this one off. 2-2 count. As this will get down for a base hit potentially. Yes, it will. I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to throw him out at first, but that's now the 1-1 count to Yan Moncada. The curveball is there for a ball to make this a 2-1 count. As the fastball's in there, swing and miss to make this a 2-2 count. Lynn with the two-seam fastball. It's hit deep from Moncada, as this will make this a 10-4 game, and it looks like Lance Lynn's day will be done. Moncada with the second bomb of the year. So his day is done, as that will call in Taylor Rogers now in for the Twins, as a 3-2 count now to... Who is this up? Delmonico, as that will be a walk. Come on! I just want this game to be fucking over, because I gotta fucking go. Omar Narvaez now full count. Can you get into a double play, please? Whatever, I'll take a strikeout there. Come on. Now up is Leori Garcia, working 1-1 count on Rogers. Fastball's high there for a ball. Pitch a fucking strike, you little bastard, please. God damn. 2-1 count now from Garcia. The foul off. 2-2. Come on. I just need this game to be over right now. Fastball fouled off. God damn it. Come on. Stop fouling shit off. Just strike out. Thank you. I'll take that. Get over there, Maurer, please. Maurer gets over there for the final out of the 8th inning. Okay. Joakim Sora checks in. Joe Maurer up, 2 for 2. Hope, yeah, come on. 1 for 2 to Mauer. As he will get this down for a base hit. I'm going for 2 because fuck this game. I really gotta go, so that's the only reason why I'm gonna be doing this. I'm probably just gonna bunt, except for, yeah, no, I'm just gonna bunt with everyone except for like Sano, because I wouldn't mind getting him another home run. So yeah. Actually, Brandon Phillips I'm gonna swing with because he hasn't been able to get a hit so far today, and he still can't. All right, Sano I'm actually gonna swing with because I wouldn't mind giving him another home run. So Sano I'm actually gonna try with now. Come on. Come on, Miguel, if you can hit another bomb for your, like, what, 8th? No, 7th, alright. That was a that was a sick curveball by, Soria. God damn. Come on, you just want to, like, pitch it right down the middle of me, bucko? Damn, oh well. I really don't care. Let's just get this final 3 outs and then call it a game. Come on, Rogers, 2-1 count. Just don't. Oh, fuck, I just realized to pitch it down the middle, so don't get taken deep. Alright, yeah. First out, Lemary, can he make the catch? Yes, he can. First out for the Twins. First out for the White Sox, I should say, top 9. Tim Anderson now up, working a 1-2 count on Rogers. This shouldn't be able to be taken deep. Anderson doesn't have a ton of power. Yep, that'll be a fly out to Eddie Rosario. For the second out, top 9. 3-2 count now to Eversale Garcia. Why is Rogers wind up so slow? That will be the last out of the game. Yes, it will. So the Twins win 5-4 against Chicago. As if you want to see the stats, you can go ahead and pause. As I will see, obviously, RCO with 3 home runs. As I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.